Hey everybody, it's Tom and welcome back to the Blended EdTech vlog. Today we're going to talk about something that has come up quite a bit in our school district. It is the line of distinction about who deals with misuse of technologies. We've come across a lot lately where students in our one-to-one environment at our middle school have started to try to push their technology skills a little bit beyond what they should be doing in the normal classroom environment. Now, as being a technician and working within that realm, usually people come to me and say, hey, can we go and look at what this person's doing, see how they're using the internet, what they're trying to access and things they're trying to do. And I'll go on, I'll check on their computer, I'll check on their laptop, their Chromebooks, and see maybe sometimes what they're doing at the time. I can do that with the Apple MacBook Airs that we have, as we just turn on ARD and I can look and see what they're doing at the time, or I can go through on our firewall and check and see what their browsing history is. It's a little bit harder to do and to come up with some of the issues there. But what we've been finding out is a lot of the students have been going to gaming websites while they're in the middle of class. And this may not be as part of an enrichment, or it may not be part of a math game for cool math or something like that. It's more of they're doing other games that are not educationally beneficial. They're out there trying to multitask at the same time, learning and being in their Google Classroom, and then swapping back and forth to their games. Now, I just mentioned that they're trying to multitask, and that's kind of a cool thing. The students are learning to multitask to be able to do the two things at the same time, but is that really the best thing for them? And when it comes to how we deal with this, is it really the best to just come to the network guy and say, hey, let's lock down all gaming sites? And eventually that's what we did, because it was taking up all of our bandwidth. And as we were trying to go into testing, they would have their computers running into the background, and these games would be running and updating in the background while we were trying to do state testing, and it just wasn't working well. So we ended up having to shut down all gaming at our middle school. Now, our high school is a BYOD environment, so we can't really shut down the gaming as much. Plus, they have a little bit more time to be able to do some of that stuff, and they have their study halls and those types of things, which it's nice, but we still need to be able to make sure that everyone has the appropriate bandwidth that they require to be able to get their lessons done and be able to do things that they want to do in the classroom. So what is the best thing to do? Is it best to come out and have students completely restricted by their IT department, by saying, you can't go to this site, you can't do this, we can't be setting these things up, we can't be having this presence in the school, you got to go in, and if you're going to use the technology, it's going to be for educational purposes only? Or do we give them a little bit more freedom to discover what's best for them to be able to use and be able to set good examples as they move forward? I think there's a good blend for both. But what really needs to happen in a lot of these cases, in a lot of instances, in a lot of schools, is we need to really have proper digital citizenship classes that teach the kids how to, when it's appropriate time to be gaming, when it's appropriate to be doing other things, and how we go forth and make that work best while you're in the school grounds or on the school network. I mean, there are certain things that we absolutely have to restrict, like we can't be downloading any illegal you can't be downloading games illegally, you can't be downloading music or movies illegally. That certainly, we have to block that. That can't be allowed. But when it comes to how they're dealing with things, and if they're able to deal with learning and their social life and personal life at the same time, that's another story. Can we make it so that way students can be able to have a little bit of freedom with what they're doing, if they're able to complete their work before other people, and also be able to still focus on the class? Blending the way we do the big brother type of IT and solid classroom management is a big thing moving forward. I'd love to hear your comments on that. You can hit me up at Twitter at RootBoysDad. I almost forgot my own Twitter name there, but that's okay. At RootBoysDad. It's on the screen here, and we can talk about this more. Send some comments to my YouTube channel here. Please like, subscribe, and we're going to send up more things like this in the future. Have a great day.